Alright, hey guys, what is going on? My name is Shadow, and today we are back with the next unboxing and review of Series 15 of Neca Predator action figures, and this is the Temple Guard. So last time we did the Ancient Warrior, this time we're doing the Temple Guard. Look how cool this guy is. Oh my gosh, he looks a little beefier than the Ancient Warrior, if I have to say so. And the next one in this series is going to be Scar with his mask on, and he has a little mark on his helmet after he breaks the thing off of the alien and does that. But yeah, that'll be the next figure. That's not this one. This is the Temple Guard. So this is that scene from AVP where we're finding out that the Predators have been coming here for thousands of years, and you see those dudes standing outside the temples with the combis. That's this guy. That's this guy. So we're gonna unbox him right now. So here he is out of the package, and he comes with quite a lot of accessories. So he comes with 3 different sets of wrist blades. I like to have the longest set of wrist blades put in, but you can change any of these out. So he's got one really long set, then he's got one medium set, and he's got one rather short kind of set here. And these are exactly the same accessories that Chopper actually comes with from Series 14. But he also comes with these little skull trophy kind of things, the same as the Ancient Warrior, and I actually figured out what to do with these. You can hang them from his necklace right here. However, I think the problem with that is if you like pick them up and shake them around, they will eventually fall off and you might lose them. So if there's somewhere else they can go, I have not found that location yet, but I think that is probably what you're supposed to do with them, is just hang them from the necklace. However, I'm probably just going to end up putting them in a little baggie or something like that. So he also comes with the throwing cutty disc shuriken thing that all of them come with. Quite honestly, I don't know why they all come with these. I mean, all that they can do really is just go on the ground or go somewhere else. You cannot put this on him anywhere. He can't hold it. None of them can hold these. I'm not sure what the point of these is, other than that the 3 brothers have these in the AVP movie. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the point of those are. So he also comes with the fully extended combi stick, and he comes with a collapsed combi stick. And unlike on the Ancient Warrior, I did not end up pulling the little holder thing out of this one. Now his mask actually kind of resembles Chopper's mask. It does not have the same like detailing. It has these kind of like ribbed things here, but the eyes are very similar to Chopper's eyes, and that's very cool. Now he has the same kind of I don't know what you call this thing, like this neck guard gorget kind of thing here. He has the same one of these as the Ancient Warrior has. He also comes with the sword that can, you can have him hold the sword or something, or it just goes in this sheath on his leg like this. And he also has the little computer thing that flips up. So far, all of the Series 14 and 15 ones have had this computer thing right here, except for Celtic. Celtic is the only one so far that does not have the computer, even though he was like the leader of that band in AVP. So I think it's kind of weird that he doesn't have that. But yeah, so he also has, his shoulder cannon and stuff, and the little hoses right here actually, still plug into it, just like the Ancient Warrior and just like all the Series 14 guys and everything, and that's pretty cool. So In terms of articulation, he's articulated in exactly all of the same places that the Series 14 and 15 ones are articulated. He has ball jointed feet that can move, you know, in the usual ways that ball joints move. He has the double jointed knees, so they bend here, right at this point, and they also bend right above the boot, or right below the boot, right here is where the joint is. The knees also swivel like this way, and then his hips are, you know, more or less ball jointed. They're kind of on like a pin that runs through here, and then they can kind of swing out somewhat. Not terribly far, about that far. I think this leg has somewhat more range of motion. The right leg has more range of motion than the left one, but it's not a big deal as it really doesn't like affect his balance or anything like that. Now he is articulated at the waist right here. However, just like with the Ancient Warrior and all the Series 14 ones, this piece of armor right here really stops the waist articulation from being very relevant. Like you can't, like it is articulated, but you can't move him there. But he is articulated at the upper torso right here, so you can bend him here, and you get more range of motion with that. But it's kind of the same story, that piece right there really stops him from flexing as far as you might want him to. Like you can't quite turn him, you know, 180, or you can't quite turn him like 90 degrees both ways, basically. But the arms are also articulated in all the same places. The hands are ball jointed, and all of the hands between the Series 14 and 15 ones are actually interchangeable. You can just pop these out and switch them out for whichever hands you want from your other figures and stuff. Now the wrist is articulated here just at the top of the computer glove wrist blade holder thing. And he does have double jointed elbows. And he also has the articulated bicep that swivels just here, right under the armor, right there. And then the shoulders can move out. However, this is just incredibly stiff, and I don't want to pry it too hard. So the tension on the joints I've found has been pretty different across each figure that I've gotten. Like on the Ancient Warrior, it was very, I don't know, it wasn't exactly difficult to move the joints, but some of the joints on the Temple Guard here, like this bicep joint in particular, feels extremely loose. And some of the feet joint, this foot in particular, feels pretty loose. This knee right here is pretty loose, and yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think that anything bad is going to happen because of that, but it's just I don't think that's typical across every figure, and I don't know even that that's typical across every Temple Guard figure that you might encounter. It might just be this particular model. But anyways, the head is articulated just like the rest of them, and unlike some of the other ones, he's either got, I don't know if it's longer hoses or if his head is in a slightly different position, but you can turn his head more to the right without pulling the hoses out of the little holes that are in his backpack that they go into. So he actually does have pretty good like head range of motion, and it can go, you know, up and down, left and right, and kind of side to side and everything, and that's fairly cool. So the combi stick here in the back, just it stays in the holder very well, like even when you're moving his head around, like his hair doesn't knock it out or anything. Now this hand that holds the combi stick over here is holding hand. The thumb is in a slightly different position than on like the Ancient Warrior. He's making more of this kind of fist, whereas on the Ancient Warrior, the thumb is more up here. So it's a little bit more of a challenge. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just a little bit trickier to get the combi stick into this hand. But on the upside of that, he's actually holding this combi stick really tight. So with the Ancient Warrior, for example, I've had a little bit of trouble with him just randomly dropping the combi stick. This guy, yeah, no, you can just shake him around and you can see he's not dropping that at all. It's really in place right there. Now, what I did find was that when I inserted the wrist blade into just this receptacle right here, not this one really, but this one, it was very tight to get it in here. So just be very careful when you're inserting these, because you can actually just bend these wrist blades. You can just bend the crap out of them, and you may even break them. They have some flex to them, and I actually did bend this when I was putting it in there, but I was able to just bend it back, and it's fine. But just be aware that, again, I don't know if that's a common problem across all of the Temple Guard figures. I haven't encountered that problem. Like with Chopper, for example, he has the same holder things for his wrist blades, and I didn't have any trouble getting the wrist blades in there, so it may just be with this figure in particular, but that's just something that I experienced, so there is that. Now, the figure sculpt and the paint applications, just like all of these NECA Predator AVP figures, is just like incredible. Now, these guys have been sold out on Amazon and like every other website for quite a while, and they're just now really starting to come into stock. So they're about 30 bucks a piece, but I think for that, I mean, this level of detail is something that I would expect to see on a much more expensive figure. I mean, just this netting here, just all of this net, it's just so finely done, and just the detail on the boots, like the texture on the boots, the texture on the helmet, I mean, it's just fantastic. And again, I already mentioned that he has kind of this rust color on his helmet and most of his armor, and that's something that I find quite unique about each of these figures, is that no two of them are exactly the same. For example, the Ancient Warrior one had a very greenish tint, and this guy has the rust color, and the Series 14 ones had more of like a gunmetal kind of thing going on, and they also had you know, the other piece of chest armor, and some of them had like a middle thing going on in there. But these guys are just more like burly and tough and just rugged and stuff. I mean, yeah, they're just excellently crafted figures, and I mean, each one of them is just, I mean, I don't want to use the word masterpiece, but I guess I just did. So yeah, I mean, these are probably some of my favorite figures. I mean, really, like, I have purchased much more expensive figures than these and gotten less quality. So that's it for this unboxing and review of the NECA Series 15 Temple Guard Predator action figure. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know what you thought down in the comments. I would love to hear any feedback you guys have. Let me know if I didn't cover anything that you guys might have wanted to see. And yeah, just generally, if you liked this video, go ahead and stick a like on it. If you disliked it, well, I mean, I hope you would let me know what you disliked about it, but you can also hit the dislike button. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more figure reviews and more games and stuff coming up in the future. And just generally, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.